look at love, everyone has this connection or this desire to love. So love, Valentine's Day, this particular holiday, we're gonna look into this real quick. So when we look at Valentine's Day, it's called love, which is connected with Lupercalia, and we look at lupus, Lupercalius white, right? It's connected with that. When we look at this in Genesis and refer to the dust, we understand that the woman's coveting of death and seeing the beauty of death is what caused her to consume from this tree of death, evil, however you look at this, right? This consumption of this tree is what brought this death into existence, and this is what brought this tribulation, as you see here in Genesis, the 2nd chapter. And the 3rd chapter, where it mentions about the dust thou art, the dust thou shalt return. So you understand that dust, that's afar. We look at afar, we understand afar, Africa, Apharium, Aphrodite, Earth, the primordial beginnings, Venus, the mother, the pole star, the material realm, the matrix, the womb, the Earth, everything that's within this black Cupid Saturn, right? This measure of perfection. So we understand this lunar entrapment of this perfection of containment of wholeness of 360 and the 12, and this need to dominate the mother culture and demonize the mother culture. We understand the Aphrodite and how these anti-life individuals look at this Greco-Roman culture and these people who came from cultivations that were not agriculture, that were not about planting seed and nurturing and watering based upon the climate, understanding the heavens. Alright? So we look at Aphrodite, Venus, and this connection, and the Orient, and fire and desire to lust, to covet. And Venus, the pole star, the shape, the stichopegia, the perfection, the brown tires like the moon of the woman, the ass, right? We're talking about the fatness, the fatness. See, the woman was a representation of the earth. So the fatness of the woman, the fatness of the booty of the land, the taking the square, all these things are related to the woman. So we look at the Aphrodite and the woman, the booty of the land, the taking of the land, the spoiling of the land. You have to understand these locations of these different islands here of the Southern Pacific. Of these particular regions where Mu, talking about Mu, the 13th letter, the 13th Mayan, the chaos, the water. So these things have a connection. When we look at these particular regions, the Solomon goddess, and the connection of the golden goddess, the sunset and the sunrise, the Orient, the Oros. So we look at Oros and Cupid, these short statured individuals. You have to understand the pygmies. And we look at the pygmies and the short statured individuals of the pygmies under 5 feet and their significance. You know what I'm saying? It was said that because, not only because of the cubic and the second major of Cupid and the short style, you see the premature Cupid being depicted as a child, right? Because of the small stature with the arrow. When you look at these actual people in the Grito, the Ada people that you'll find in the Andaman Islands, and also the women there in these cases, short stature with these fat booties or round asses like the moon. So you understand the cubicle and the lusting for their shape, you know what I'm saying, the lusting of their habit, you know what I'm saying, sexual desire. So when we look at these things in the culture of based upon Lupercalia, you have to understand that military and love and war, the connection with love and war, and the law, the code of ethics in war was that if a woman had children already, those children would have to be killed. And that woman would be taken as a spoil, right? Or if that woman had children, she would be pure, meaning she was not a virgin, meaning she was not pure. So in times of military invasion, women would hide their children and act as if they were virgins. So if you understand that mythology and that significance of women during military war acting like they're virgins, putting their children in rivers, hoping that somebody else would be able in the area that the water would take them. So this is where this mythology, when you look at Moses and this particular mythology of Cupid or Eros, when you look at Eros or Amor, you gotta understand the Greeks take from everything, right? And they try to form their own culture based upon what's already established. So when you look at the desire and love and Aphrodite, Venus, and Cupid and the Moors and the short stature and the Grito people, you have to look at this in a. Sorry, can you hear me? What about now? You have to look at this in a sense of looking at the short stature people, the love and desire, and when you look at light, Orient, the Orient, and the location of the earth, eroticisms and pleasure. When you look at Adon in these particular locations of these different areas, is what we're looking at right here. Oh, hang on, nigga. Oh, man. When we look at Aphrodite and Venus and the pole star and the center of the earth and moon and the ancient sunken continent and the primordial beginnings, when we look at the Anu people or the short-statured people, and we look at Aphrodite and the significance of this particular time of coming into the time of Aquarius, the waters, Lupercalia. When we look at the Southern Pacific and the islands of the Negritos and these isolated areas, and you look at pedestry and Cupid, Eros. When you look at Eros and the short stature and this mythology behind this, right? When you understand this mythology about Aphrodite and this ability to be able to, what we would say, cast a spell onto someone who was lustful or someone who had a sinful spirit in regards to sexual lust or desire, could be turned into this short statue or what they would call a piglet or a pig or a wild boar in the mythology. So when we understand the mythology and these pygmies and these short statue people and the mythology of these great Anu people who travel, understand the connections between, when you look at this through the lens of Greco-Roman mythology versus the ancient traditions of the primordial beginnings and the teachings of the great Anu. When you understand the Adon and the pleasure centers in the relationships of the stars with the material realm, the earth grid, and the magnetism. So when we look at Venus and Aphrodite and blonde hair in these particular regions of these short statue pygmies that you find in these areas, even the women in these areas have the same figurine or the same shape as some of these statuettes. But we understand this, we're looking at this through the Earth's body, meaning the Pacific Rim, the rumper room, the ending, the rear, the ending portion, the Indies, from the East Indies to the West Indies. These doors, these rooms, these borders is the ark of the Great Covenant. So we understand that these islands, the lands of pleasure, the place where the soul comes, the land of tomorrow, the Tomorrowlands. These are these particular lands. But when we look at this land, the Eden and pleasure and the Garden of Eden, the protection of the garden, the Naga, and these short statue people, and the mythology and the magic, the spells, the casting of spells. When we look at these new people in this particular time, the Aquarius going into March in the time of the Pisces. When we look at these dwarfish that they call these pygmy short statue people. When we look at Aphrodite, the goddess of love, right, and Afer, the earth, the dust. So we look at Africa, or the dust of the earth, and the primordial beginnings of Aphrodite, Venus, and these short statue people, the Anu people, the Twa people, which they connect with these Bantu navigators who circumnavigated the earth. This particular region that we come into, the Orient, the rising sun. When we look at Oros, the Cupid, Orient, Oros, Eros, right? Desire, fire, India, Ish, the wives. So when you look at the idleness and the etymology of Cupid and desire, the room. We understand Cupid or a cubit, to desire someone to sleep into your room, to sleep with your cubicle. So Cupid and the special connection with the short stature, being under 5 feet, and the sacred Cupid, the sacred measures. These things have so many mythology behind them, and we're just now starting to discover a lot of these ancient things have been hidden by this Greco-Roman culture, which fantasizes on death and anti-creation, not about creating life.
Hey, tell me where your heart goes. Hey. Tell me where your love goes. Hey. Tell me where your thoughts flow. Milky Way, I can see you moving. Hey. I can see you moving. Hey. Tell me where your heart goes. Tell me where your love goes. Tell me where your thoughts flow. Hey. Tell me where your heart goes. Hey. Tell me where your love flows. Hey. Tell me how your thoughts go. Hey. Baby, just don't let go. Let's get real. You know I'm on Trump. What a lace.
Oh shit. This is an exclusive. Hello. Yeah.
I don't even know you, man. I mean, I don't even know y'all niggas exist. Y'all niggas call us a beef. All you doing is making yourself hot. You not affecting me, nigga. I got cake. If I want to be touched, you be touched. I be sitting.
These oldest organisms in California, when you look at the redwood trees, and these fog patterns, and how they help. Let's see what else we can look at. See here, it says the past 18,000 years, scientists use a combination of geologic evidence and modeling to piece together the long history of the changing shoreline of the Bay Area. So, when you look at where I'm at, right there, San Francisco. Look at that.